MeidasTouch.com broke another major national story, folks, regarding Donald Trump's lawyer's behavior in the New York Attorney General civil fraud case. Here's the scoop, the MeidasTouch.com exclusive that the source relied upon in a Breitbart news story, it shouldn't even be called news, in a Breitbart story that was cited in court today by Donald Trump's lawyer, Christopher Kise, has a long history of pushing baseless claims and conspiracies about judges, attorneys, and court personnel in other cases. And this so-called source that was used by Breitbart and then cited by Donald Trump's lawyer as part of a barrage of attacks on Judge Engoron, the presiding judge in the case's law clerk, had himself been the subject of another court order for providing very suspect information as well. Let's get into the MeidasTouch exclusive. And again, it was during the court proceeding, this part we reported in real time of what went down. When the court proceedings commenced on Friday, Donald Trump's lawyers, after Eric Trump made a total fool of himself on the stand, go take a look at our other coverage of how horrible Eric Trump and Don Jr. did, destroying any possible defense the Trump organization may have possibly had, even though they didn't have any defense, but they just made it that much worse. So what did Donald Trump's lawyer, Christopher Kise, Selena Habba, Cliff Roberts, and others do? Attack Judge Engoron's law clerk. And they said, and we know that this law clerk has real bias against Donald Trump. And so Judge Engoron's like, what's your source? Like, what are you citing right now? And then Christopher Kise, now a MAGA lawyer, make attorney, get attorney, used to be known as a good lawyer, but he sacrificed all of his dignity. His entire reputation is right down in the gutter right now. Christopher Kise said Breitbart, that he got this from Breitbart to make these attacks on Judge Engoron and Judge Engoron's clerk. And then you could hear this audible gasp in the courtroom as everybody was like, what? He's relying on Breitbart? A lawyer citing Breitbart? But then Breitbart, the story that Kise did, cited, had this one source. Let's go through our MeidasTouch.com article where we talk about it. So Trump's lawyer is relying on Breitbart source who accused Judge Engoron of drinking on the job. In 2020, a court ruled that this source created websites and videos in a bad faith effort to harass and intimidate defendants, their counsel, and the court. So let me recount the story. So in court on Friday, the Trump lawyer Christopher Kise cited a Breitbart article accusing Judge Engoron's law clerk of being politically biased. So then Judge Engoron, as I mentioned, asked Christopher Kise, where are you basing this on? To which Christopher Kise said, my source is Breitbart. There was gasps, there was laughs. Breitbart, what are you talking about? An examination done by MeidasTouch.com of the article that Trump's lawyers are relying on to attack Judge Engoron's principal law clerk uses a source named Brock Fredden, who is behind what's called the account known as Judicial Protest on Twitter or X or whatever the heck it's called these days. This is the same account that authored the tweet that Trump was ordered to delete off of his own social media platform. And we're making sure we redact the name in the face of Judge Engoron's principal law clerk. But the account Judicial Protest said, why is Judge Engoron's principal law clerk, name is redacted, not the one that he posted though, palling around with Chuck Schumer? And then Donald Trump wrote, Schumer's girlfriend, referring to Judge Engoron's law clerk, is running this case against me. How disgraceful. This case should be dismissed immediately, to which Judge Engoron imposed a gag order on October 3rd. We here at the MeidasTouch Network, through another exclusive that we did, led by Ron Filipkowski's editorial team at MeidasTouch.com, exposed that the message I just showed you remained up on Donald Trump's campaign website for 7 17 days. As a result of our reporting, Judge Engoron found Donald Trump in contempt and in violation of the gag order. That was Trump's first violation. Then Trump was found in violation of the gag order again 5 days after that. By the way, shout out to Ron Filipkowski and our editorial team at MeidasTouch.com. You see the impact it's having. Also, Donald Trump and Don Jr. attacking MeidasTouch. If you wanted to support the MeidasTouch network, go to patreon.com/MeidasTouch, patreon.com/MeidasTouch. Let's get back to business right now. So Fredin, this source from Breitbart that Chris Kise, Trump's lawyer, relied on, also created an entire website attacking Judge Engoron's law clerk as a Democrat operative and hack. And another part of the website claims that the law clerk is a, quote, danger to American families. As a courtesy, we have redacted images and the name of Judge Engoron's law clerk, but this is what the website looks like. So this is how the MAGA groupies are behaving. They create a website attacking Judge Engoron's law clerk. Fredin also wrote a letter to Judge Engoron in which he claims he is the victim of a direct attack on his First Amendment rights because Trump was told to delete the repost of his tweet from his judicial protest Twitter account. We have the letter right here that was sent by Fredin to Judge Engoron. Here's what it says. My name is Brock Fredin, and I operate the Twitter account at Judicial Protest. I write with respect to blatantly unethical and partisan conduct of Your Honor's principal law clerk. And the name's redacted. The court's gag order issued today concerning Trump's retweeting of my tweet about redacted and Senator Chuck Schumer taken at a Chelsea Reform Democrat Club brunch and the overly apparent appearance of impropriety in the above referenced matter with respect to blank repeated the partisan, political, and Democrat activities while employed as a law clerk. Given that Trump's post that issued today was a retweet of my original tweet on the @Judicial Protest account, the court's order directing Trump to remove it is a direct attack on my First Amendment rights as well as Trump's, particularly since the court asserted on the record that my tweet was a personal attack on blank rather than a post exposing and criticizing the misconduct of a public official. I am consequently an interested party and submit this letter as such. To be clear, though this letter and its contents are not a personal attack on blank, rather this letter contains receipts and raises serious ethical violations, blah, 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 blah. That's what he wrote. From his Judicial Protest account, Fredin has posted videos and memes calling Judge Engoron a hobo and falsely claiming that Engoron drinks while on the job. But MeidasTouch covered how the Twitter account Trump reposted attacking Engoron's law clerk also baselessly claimed that Judge Engoron drinks on the job. Now, this isn't the first time that Fredin has attacked judges and others with wild claims. In 2022, a legal opinion was rendered by a federal judge in a case involving Fredin. Opening statements, this is from Fredin. Opening statements took a turn this morning after a video appeared online last week, garnering over 1 million views, showing Justice Engoron drinking. This is from just total crap. This is the judge in the Fredin case wrote the following. This is coming from a judge. That Fredin has filed many documents containing extremely inflammatory remarks directed to defendants, their families, their legal counsel, and court personnel. The judge also stated that Fredin had mounted a campaign to create websites and internet videos that disparage attorneys, judges, jurors, and court personnel involved in his various lawsuits. The judge said that these websites and videos contain photographs of the victims of his campaign, judges, lawyers, and the like, with captions or voiceovers that make baseless accusations of racism, torture, drug abuse, and other illegal acts. The judge stated that, quote, the court found that Fredin strategically uploaded these websites and videos to pressure defendants to offer favorable settlement terms and to receive favorable judicial rulings. Now, Trump's lawyer is depending on the Breitbart source that a federal judge found to be making videos of baseless accusations against judges, lawyers, and the like in order to pressure defendants to offer favorable settlement terms and receive favorable judicial rulings. Just shows you how desperate Donald Trump's lawyers are. And if they would have actually done their homework, they would have steered clear of this line of attack. What a mess. I just want to say this. How pitiful are these Trump lawyers? How despicable and how desperate can you be to engage in this behavior? I say MAGA stands for Make Attorneys Get Attorneys. There you have it, folks, right there. Great work by the MeidasTouch editorial team. And if you're able to support the editorial work at MeidasTouch.com, go to patreon.com, patreon.com/MeidasTouch. Hat tip, JD Wolf. I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch Network. Hit subscribe. We're on our way to 2 million subscribers. Thanks to your support. 2 million subscribers. Have a good one.
Hey, Meidas Mighty. Love this report? Continue the conversation by following us on Instagram at MeidasTouch to keep up with the most important news of the day. What are you waiting for? Follow us now.